Look who's back with us, Parents Defending Education, President Nicole Neily, along with Fairfax County, Virginia dad. He's a parental rights advocate. He's Terry Schilling. Terry pulled all of his 6 children out of public school in Virginia. First to you, Nicole, what's your reaction to Weingarten's testimony today? She's not apologizing for school shutdowns.
I mean, my reaction is we should call Nita Jankovich. She accepted no responsibility. Huge amount of disinformation, trying to pretend that she cares about children, a lot of virtue signaling. Whereas we know the role that she played, that she worked hand in glove to keep schools closed while she and her union shook down the American taxpayers for billions of dollars. Inexcusable.
What do you think, Terry?
Well, look, the American Federation of Teachers spends over $200 million a year on public relations campaigns and government lobbying, and it's absolutely disgusting. Parents can't compete with that. That's what we're up against, and we really need to come in and do some union reform. This American Federation of Teachers, by the way, it doesn't just represent teachers. It represents half of all education bureaucrats in this country. It's disgusting, and parents are at a big disadvantage in fighting back.
So what Terry just said, you know, Nicole, I mean, the reports coming in, the teachers union chief was accused of working to change the language on the CDC's school reopening guidance, keeping schools shut. And that experts are saying that the science never justified that. And at the same time, they're pocketing tons of money, and schools are getting tons of U.S. taxpayer money, Nicole.
Well, we were told that absolutely we had to pass these rescue plans because that was going to keep schools, that was going to get schools open. It was going to be used for air purifiers, for masks, for sanitation. None of that happened. Most of the money has not been spent, and of that has, it's actually gone to Democrats' pet project. Social emotional learning, sort of critical race theory, DEI initiatives. And so at the end of the day, this was just a shakedown. And it's despicable because, as we know, inflation is a record high. So this hurt our children, and it continues to hurt American taxpayers.
You know, Terry, this news coming in, Loudoun County Public Schools in Virginia now plans to spend $11 million in taxpayer money to build new gender-neutral bathrooms in 2 high schools next fall. Why do they continue to treat students and children as the unconsenting thought experiment subjects, you know, of their untested policies? Why are girls supposed to silence their discomfort and share spaces with boys who could be older than them in the bathroom? That's unsafe. Have they shown any research on this? What are the data points showing that this is good for children? What's their proof to do this?
Well, Liz, I think by this time we should all know that this is not about educating our kids. This is about indoctrinating them. This is about creating little mini revolutionaries. Our kids, by the way, I pulled my kids out of Fairfax County Public Schools. 32% of kids can read at grade level in Fairfax County. They're spending $19,000 per pupil here, right? This is disgusting. In the 1960s, Liz, we had an education system that put men on the moon. Now we don't even have kids that can spell Mississippi without Googling it. It's absolutely a travesty. They're more intent on their ideological agenda, pushing wokeism and all that.
Terry, have they shown any proof, any evidentiary proof, any research showing that this is good for schoolgirls to share bathrooms with boys older than them?
No, and we don't need the research to do that. We already have the criminal case in Loudoun County alone. I'm so shocked, but then again, I'm not, because of how evil and corrupt these people are. There was a girl that was raped last year by one guy, and you know what they did? They moved him to another school, and he raped another girl. This is out of control, and these ideologues are covering it all up. People need to go to jail, Liz. This is causing so much damage, and our kids aren't learning. There's no benefit to any of this garbage.
Yeah, these people should be fired from these school boards. It's still going on. Nicole, what do you think? I mean, school shutdowns that the teachers union chief did advocate, even though she said later on she was against them. The shutdowns have been blamed for a lot of crazy policies like this, Nicole. And now you got like more than 24 states limiting the emergency powers of governors and elected officials in pandemics. What do you think of what Terry was just talking about?
I mean, I think it's fascinating that they're experimenting on our children. The same people who brought us the mental health crisis in our schools are now saying, give us more money and we'll fix it. I'm sorry, but no. The fact that Loudoun County is spending $11 million on 2 bathrooms, the Department of Education has said that to implement their forthcoming Title IX sports rule, which would force all the schools across the country to integrate their bathrooms and locker rooms, the Department of Education said it will only cost $34 million total over 10 years. That's impossible. We are being gaslit. They are lying to us, and we must protect our children.
Nicole Neily, Terry Schilling, thanks for coming on tonight. It's good to see you.